Hey, how you doing? I'm Wild Bill with Drew Estates, and I got my boy over here, Pedro Gomez with Drew Estates. And we're going to talk to you today a little bit about, well, let me just ask you this, Pedro. Being that you work for Drew Estates and Rebirth of Cigars, I'd like to know how, being from Nicaragua and Esteli, the Mecca of cigars, how that impacted you and your family. And if you wouldn't mind, talk to him about one of the greatest cigars, Nica Rustica, which directly impacts my boy over here.
That's good.
He loves this. So please tell the people.
Well, first of all, hello everybody. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Greetings.
And
Holy cats.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How
Very
about
good,
you?
man. Nice to meet you, Pedro.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Pedro
John.
from Drew Estate.
I'm John.
Hi, John.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, man. So we good?
We're good. We're still going. John.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So basically, well, it is a pleasure to have the privilege. Well, you know what? Erase that one. It is an honor for be part of this interview with my man Bill. Bill Bill worked for Drew Estate, and that was a good question, man. The question that you asked. How the industry changed my life and had changed the life of my family. I'm from Esteli, Nicaragua. I have been working for Drew Estate for 9 years. What I do for Drew Estate nowadays, I am the factory spokesperson, and I am also the director of Cigar Safari, which is the exclusive tours that we do in Esteli, Nicaragua, and Drew Estate factory. So for me, coming from Esteli is more the privilege to be representing something that is made by hand in my hometown by my people. Just like if you think about this, just in Esteli we have around 35 different premium cigar factories, and that includes well-known cigar brands like Padron, Joya de Nicaragua, My Father, Tatuaje. You got Drew Estate, you got Oliva Cigar Company, you know. And I even mention all the private labels that comes out of Nicaragua. All the Nicaraguan cigars that nowadays a lot of people in this industry enjoys come from Esteli. Esteli Esteli is getting bigger in the context of the economy of Nicaragua, and that has been thanks to the tobacco industry. We have around 35,000 people that work in the tobacco fields. 35,000 people that work in the tobacco fields, in the cigar factories, and the wax factory. So we depend big time for the cigar industry. Me having this opportunity in my life to come to the United States and traveling all around the country. This week I am with my man Bill. His nickname, AK, is Wild Bill. Alright? And he put that title all the way to the fullest, you know. But it's so cool to see the amount of people that comes and enjoys cigars in lounge, in a very, very nice lounge, like this beautiful cigar store, you know. And the top of that, you know, this store has a huge, big story, you know. And the customer service is right on point.
I want to interrupt you for a second. You're in your 30s, I'm guessing. We haven't met until today.
31.
31. When
Recently, he had a birthday.
I'm 31 too.
Right.
The cigar boom happened, geez, when you were 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So from the time you were a boy to the cigar boom and the continuing sales of cigars, have you seen an improvement? You're saying the economy is growing, 35,000 people working in the factories, the fields, and the boxes. Mm-hmm. Have you seen tangible differences in the economy? Are you seeing less poverty?
Mm-hmm. Well, I would put you like this. If you look at Nicaragua as a country, Nicaragua has been facing a lot of struggles, from political issues to natural disasters and stuff that we cannot even have any control about. You know, before the a lot of people talk about the revolution. That was the popular revolution of Nicaragua that became the Sandinista revolution. But before that, Nicaragua was running through a dictatorship. And that dictatorship was running the country for 45 years, where riches were getting rich and poor were getting poor. So the revolution happens, a lot of people unfortunately die, and then after that, we ended up having an embargo from the United States, you know, and then that creates a civil revolution that lasts for almost 10 years. In 1990, that's when we have the first ever democratic elections in Nicaragua.
1990.
1990, that's right. And that was the president back in that time. That was a lady. That was the first lady that won the election. And so you have to see the country that was going through post-war time. Now you gotta think about this. When you are thinking about war is not good for no country. That sends any country 100 years back. Talking about, you know, economic-wise, you know. So basically, in the 90s, that was a boom. That was the birth of many different cigar factories in Nicaragua. But Nicaragua wasn't a tourism destination, or it was not the country that you will be thinking to invest your money, or to have a cigar brand, or to have a cigar factory. Nicaragua was, in the public international eye, was still a very violent country, which is not, you know, back in that time. Because a lot of people only heard the news. So what had been happening from after the boom, you know, a lot of company has been coming to Nicaragua. And lately, the amount of, the huge popularity that Nicaraguan cigar has in the cigar industry is amazing. And give you a good example, well-known cigar brands out of the Dominican Republic, they have nowadays cigars that the market point is a Nicaraguan cigar. Obviously, I'm not gonna mention names, you know, but you know what I'm talking about, you know. And that gives you the perspective how good the tobacco, more importantly, you know, how good the tobacco from Nicaragua is, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, the market here in the United States, people like medium to full, a very nice spicy pepper. That sweet pepper, that nice spicy comes out of the tobacco from Nicaragua, you know. So, and that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, what the tobacco industry does is improve the economy of third world countries, like Nicaragua, especially Esteli, because at the end of the day, you know, what we really want nowadays is to have jobs and to have peace. That's the only thing, you know. And basically, you know, we truly appreciate all the support from everybody here in the United States. And it is a huge opportunity for me, a big honor to be here in the United States representing something and be the voice of a lot of people back in the factory that they are very good at making cigar. And I'm talking about brands in general, you know. But they don't know what it's like and what is the culture of the cigar atmosphere here in the United States. And one thing that when you think about cigar, unfortunately not too many people understand what is the culture of premium cigar. And one thing is cigars brings a lot of people together. And the priceless thing is that you could end up having a lot of friends from your local cigar stores. You go to your local cigar store, you hang out, you meet people, you meet lawyers, you meet doctors, you meet people, you know, from different backgrounds, you know. And one thing that everybody has in common is a cigar, you know. So me, it's more the privilege to be here, and I would like to thank my man right here for giving me this opportunity, you know.
So, Pedro, you got a cigar in your hand called Nica Rustica.
Yes.
If I'm correct, that's all Nicaraguan. It has a little rustic.
Thanks a lot.
Not a problem, sir. You enjoy your day. Thank you for serving and protecting us.
Right.
You have a rustic part of it. Now,
Right.
It has a little veinage on there, which I understand is for concentrated flavors. Show the common person what a little vein can do.
Well, you know, when you think about tobacco veins, a lot of people don't like veining cigars, but in the vein, as Bill said, that's where all the tobacco flavor is concentrated. So right here, we use a broadleaf wrapper that comes from the state of Connecticut, which is the same wrapper that we use for our premium cigar line that is called Liga Privada number 9. But the difference between the wrapper that we use in Nica Rustica, talking about the priming aspect, is that this one comes from lower primings in the tobacco plant. That's what we call biso. So biso wrapper broadleaf is the one that is used in Nica Rustica. So Nica Rustica is a very nice, interesting cigar because, you know, it has the wrapper is broadleaf. We use tobacco from Nicaragua. It's a medium to full body smoke. It has a very nice earthy taste. The tobacco is full of flavor. But we can be talking about how great this cigar is, but I believe and I am a true believer that every cigar should have a story behind. And the story behind of Nica Rustica is this little guy right here that is called El Brujito. Matter of fact, by the way, this one is the bundle. A bundle of Nica Rustica holds 25 smokes, okay? And El Brujito is translated to the little shaman. The little shaman was the big boss when we were talking about the pre-Columbia's time. And that symbol right there is a petroglyph that was found in a rock. The rock was found in Esteli. And that rock, that symbol has become, especially the symbol has become the symbol, the official symbol of Esteli. And why Drew Estate came out with El Brujito and highlight, you know, this amazing and unique symbol that was done by the native indigenous in Nicaragua, that was to pay the tribute to Estelici and bring that logo to a whole different level. Because when you are thinking about tobacco has been part of humankind since day one. You know, one of the things that you have to realize is that tobacco in the early days was used for ritual purpose. So when you the local indigenous, not just in Nicaragua, in Mexico, and wherever the tobacco is grown, even here in the United States, they were using tobacco for ritual purpose. So when they were smoking pipe tobacco, all the smoke that goes up, that was for them to, the smoke was bringing the different prayers to the different gods up there, you know, the god of rain and the god of harvest, you know, and all the stuff. So for us, it was a big honor to bring the symbol of Esteli. A lot of people think about Nicaraguan cigars, but there is a lot of stuff that we can discuss, you know. It's not just the cigar by itself, but it's the beautiful and priceless stories and history about Nicaraguan tobacco. So here we go, give it a shot. Nica Rustica, A.K. El Brujito, A.K. Nicalicious, because the cigar is so damn good.
I like that. Here we were talking about just 1989, all of our lives, dictatorship. 1990, we get our first democratic republic, right? And then the tobacco industry is bringing in a better economy. And now with the Drew Estate, El Brujito, we get some history in.
That's right.
So tobacco has been around since written history, and we're getting it all right here in this stick.
Thank you so much. And
Oh, we got one more question.
Yes.
I got one more question.
Uh-oh.
Tell us why you had to bring an extra coat.
Very simple. I brought an extra coat because I wanted my boy over here from Nicaragua to understand something about culture here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And the first and foremost honest answer is he forgot a coat. It's warm where he's from. It's cold here.
Yep.
So if you notice, I gave him a coat that says Harley Davidson, which is symbol all around the world about America and our ingenuity and what we can do, which plays right back into this particular cigar and what it means to this culture. So I gave him a little piece of history here because he gives me history all the time when I get to talk with him and learn about his life.
That's right.
Because his life is a lot harder than mine and yours. So keep smoking, keep it real, and keep it rolling. DE for life.
DE for life. That's right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, man.